Let's do a little mock draft. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Um,
Or
you
do you want
share
to do you
your
want to go pick by
screen.
pick?
Yeah, we'll go pick by pick. You share your screen, and I'll tell you what I have at that pick.
All right, so bring this back up here. Bring this up.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
going the top 15 for the
Well, you see my top four, so all right. So do we even have to give number one an introduction?
um
I
actually yes,
I
because
think
as a
the
Rangers
Rangers,
fan,
yeah. So Jamie
I'm
Drysdale is going to New York. No, we know it's gonna happen. No, Alexis Lafreniere is going first overall. Uh, Game changer, great, just superstar potential. It's gonna be a superstar in the league. It's just you can't not take him.
I can't wait for the Rangers to fuck it up and actually take like unironically take Jamie Drysdale.
You want to
And then
hear
everyone's like,
something?
"Jeff
Hold on.
Gordon,
You
what
want
are
to
you
hear?
doing?"
You want to hear something?
Yeah.
The likelihood of this happening is, I'd say, under 1%. But you know how the Rangers have. If this is completely like you know how the Rangers have been rumored to be in on Eichel.
You said they're not trading first overall for Eichel.
if if Eichel would even be considered, I think you have to go. It'd have to be for the first overall pick.
I don't care. Don't do that. Take Lafreniere and run.
No, I'm saying do not do that. Do not do it because you're gonna have to give up more on top of that. So, yep, Lafreniere to New York. It's already confirmed. So, uh, as well as the number two picks, I'd say pretty well known. I'd say it's a toss between two guys. I think. Uh, I think Byfield's going number two.
I also think Byfield.
They got Turcotte and they draft Byfield. That's a really good 1-2 center punch.
Yeah,
And you would have, just think, like in 5-6 years, you'll have Byfield, Turcotte, and you'll have Kopitar, your third line center. That's nuts.
that would
That's
be
good. I'm a
nuts.
Sharks fan, and I'm saying that's nuts. So I think Byfield's the staple at number two.
Yeah, just because like LA needs help in everything, and
Yeah.
Byfield's the like the most talented players outside number one overall.
Yep.
So yeah, I think Byfield's the way to
Yep.
go.
Byfield's the easy choice. Number three, I think is still, I think if Byfield goes number two, Stutzel's gonna go three. Personally, Ottawa, they need help up front. Ottawa needs help anywhere, to be fair. So
Here's what I put, and I want you to hear me out because I genuinely think
mhm.
the reasoning is pretty good. Um, I put that they put Jamie Drysdale third overall
Okay.
because if you think about it this way, this draft class is so deep in with forwards
Mm-hmm.
and so shallow with defensemen that taking the best defenseman, like because he's projected to be top five regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you should take him with your third overall pick, so you get the best defenseman available. Detroit can have Stutzel, and then you go after someone else like Rossi or Raymond. Well, I put Rossi, but I think that they go Drysdale third, and then let Detroit do whatever, and then take the next best forward available, because then you get the best defenseman you can, and you also get a talented forward in a super, super deep forward class.
I like your logic, but this is where I'm going to disagree. So Ottawa, so they got Shabbat and they got Brandstrom. I'd say Brandstrom and Drysdale. Drysdale might have a higher ceiling, but they're comparable players. They're both offensive defensemen. I feel like Ottawa, they don't have that stud up front, and you can argue Brady Tkachuk, but he's got nothing up there. If you add Stutzel to that, I don't know. Man. I feel like you just can't pass up on that talent.
Okay, I could see why you'd think that.
And I'm
And
pretty sure. Yep. You
I think
continue, my
both are
bad.
possible.
Yep.
I think both are a possibility.
Hmm. All right, I'm pretty sure I'll pick flip flop here. So I Drysdale 4. Uh,
For then I have Stutzel,
Yep.
assuming Drysdale goes third overall.
Yeah, I just had it. I just think Ottawa, they can't. I just feel like they can't pass on him. But if I'm Detroit and he's there, thank you, Pierre Dorian. All right, so number 5, you already said your pick. You went Rossi, you said?
Yes, sir.
I went Raymond. So I have Ottawa picking up Stutzel and Raymond in the draft. That's pretty, like, even Rossi, Drysdale and Rossi, they're still like they're
Yeah.
cleaning up. Like they're getting two really good pieces here. And I think Raymond's got like really good potential.
No, he's got a high ceiling. Definitely, yeah.
I like him. He's got like, from what I've heard, he's got like game-changing fucking potential. So we'll see what happens with him. Number 6. Who do you have going 6?
I have Lucas Raymond because I think just based on the past 5 picks, I think Anaheim takes whatever the hell they can get because their team is it's a wreck. So I
Yeah.
think Raymond being the next best talent that you can possibly take, I think Raymond is who they go for,
Yep.
and they get help on the wing.
I got Rossi going 5. It's just flip flop. I think.
I mean 6.
Oh, yep. I'm in 6. Sorry. The way same thing with LA. They got Zegras. They had Rossi, and then they'll have Getzlaff. So 5 years down the line, or maybe not actually not with Getzlaff. Getzlaff's probably gone by then, but still,
Yeah,
a Rossi,
no,
Zegras, 1-2 center punch. That's not bad. I like that. So moving on, number 7. Who you got going 7?
just based on the fact that Subban has been so underperforming with New Jersey and the fact that they have like essentially no defense at all, I think they take Jake Sanderson 7th overall.
Ooh, that was really close. That it was between him and Cole Perfetti, who I actually took. You know, the thing about New Jersey, they got Hischier, they got Hughes, like they have centermen, but I just feel like his hockey IQ, just Cole Perfetti is an amazing playmaker. He sees the ice so well. I just feel like New Jersey can't pass that offensive talent up because he'd be a great piece to put along a Hischier or a Hughes.
Right.
All right, and Buffalo, picking at 8. Who you got going to Buffalo?
I took Alexander Holtz for Buffalo.
All right, I had Sanderson. So
But let me tell you why I think Holtz.
all right,
Because Jack Eichel needs so much help right now.
he does.
Like the entire team, not just forwards, defense too. But again, it's a very shallow defensive class. So I think Holtz is the way to go just because on the wing, eventually if he develops and becomes what Eichel needs, then
He's a
Eichel might
great
not
scorer.
say, wow, I hate it here. Like
The way I looked at it as they already got like 2 goal scorers there. They got Olofsson and they have Jeff Skinner. He better bounce back. So
for real,
making
yeah,
nine
with
and a
that
half year.
contract.
Oh my god, dude! If he doesn't live up to like what he did 2 years ago, Buffalo was fucked. Like, dude, they're screwed. Oh my, like a guy, they're paying 9.5 to a guy that was barely a top 6 forward for them last year. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. I had Sanderson going to Buffalo just based on that defense. Like, besides like Dahlin,
Yeah. And if
what else?
Risto's gone,
He's
yeah.
probably gone. He's been in trade rumors his whole career, so I wouldn't count on that. So I had Sanderson going at 8. And who'd you have at 9?
I want to hear yours at 9 first.
I had Holtz at 9.
Okay.
Oh, I know, I do. I know you have a 9. I
So
had
number
Holtz.
9.
I'll explain first. All
Yeah,
right,
go for
so
it.
I had Holtz at 9. So, I really thought they were gonna go with Lundell here, just based on he's a Swedish centerman. He'd be like the perfect replacement for Mikko Koivu. He might be able to make an NHL impact as early as next season, but I feel like Minnesota needs scoring. Like, I feel like Holt would be a great guy to put with Fiala. They got Kaprasov. I just feel like Holtz complements that well. And Lundell's he's not really a flashy player. He's just like a reliable second to third line center is what he's going to probably be. So I feel like Minnesota would rather have a potential scorer than like an average center. So who did you pick with number 9?
With all the rumors of Devon Dubnyk going to San Jose and the fact that he's already out of there, like regardless, I think Yaroslav Askarov will be a Minnesota Wild. I think he's going to be taken. I think they honestly might have him as a roster player immediately. I doubt that because, he's 18, 19 years old. Not even.
Goalies never come in that young.
They're like, there's no way he's going to start. But I think they're going to take a few years with whatever goalie tandem they have, and then Askarov's going to come up and he's going to be the starter in Minnesota eventually.
I'm not going to say I definitely can see that happening. It's just I feel like with Askarov, it's just such a huge unknown right now. Like
Yeah.
a team could trade up and like pick them at like 7 or 8 if Buffalo and New
Yeah.
Jersey is
Yeah.
willing to move their picks. I personally have them going a little later. We'll get to that when the pick comes, but I don't know if it like I could see like Nashville even at like 11 them trading their pick. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with Askarov. And who do you have rounding out the top 10?
I don't know why. I just see Winnipeg taking like a pretty big reach here. I got them taking Caden Gould on defense. I don't even know
Why?
how you pronounce his
It's
last name.
Caden Gooley.
Gooley. Okay. Because Winnipeg's defense is the biggest shit show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And Gooley and Schneider, it's gonna be either one in my opinion. I just feel like it's gonna be Gooley. Again, their defense is just horrible. He would fill a hole eventually. He's gonna need time to develop. He's not gonna be a roster player
Mhm.
immediately. But again, it's just a huge hole that I guess if you put Gooley there, it'll be a little band-aid on it. But
Personally, I don't think the Winnipeg Jets defense is that bad compared to what you're making it out to be. They got Morrissey, they got Pionk, they got Hiniola, they got Sammy Niku. It's not like it's not great right now, but I feel like they don't have to take a defenseman. If you look at that second line center position on Winnipeg, I feel like that like they've never had that second line center that they've wanted for years. Like they went out and got Kevin Hayes a couple years ago. Brian Little, he's I don't think gonna play again. So with number 10, I feel like Winnipeg, they take hometown boy Seth Jarvis.
Seth Jarvis, really.
Yeah. I actually have a stat somewhere, but Seth Jarvis did last season. I can't find it, but Seth Jarvis, I'm just gonna. This might be wrong. So in the first, I think like 25 games in the season, he had like 25 points or something like that. And in the last like 30 or whatever it was, he had like 60 something points. So he really came into his zone at the end of the season. And I feel like that confidence is going to translate right over to the NHL when he gets there. And he's going to be a pretty good center for Winnipeg. He's playing in his hometown too. So
That is a huge boost. Like
that
people don't
is.
realize that really does affect a player a lot.
All right. So let's move on to the pick right outside the top 10, number 11. Who do you think goes here?
I think just with the fact that Duchene's not performing as expected, and then
Mhm.
rumors of Turner getting bought out or moved or whatever, I think they go with Anton Lundell at center.
Yeah, I can definitely see that too. Personally, I went with Jack Quinn. I feel like Nashville, like they got Forsberg, but like I feel like they can use offense. Like they've struggled offensively the past few seasons. That's been their struggle. So I feel like you draft the best goal scorer in the draft and take Jack Quinn.
Jack Quinn is a good goal scorer,
He's
100%.
amazing. Yep. All right, moving on. Number 12. Who'd you have?
This was honestly a toss up between two people, and the one that I didn't pick goes next. But they're the fact that Dodanov's like probably gone at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They also just got rid of Matheson. And I'm not really sure if they have anything like there to fix it. So I think they go with the next available defenseman is Braden Schneider.
Mm. I had them going Lundell. I feel like they could really use that like just steady player, steady second line center, and Anton Lundell. Like he's not flashy. He's like a great. I don't want to say role player, but like he plays his like role well. Like you know what you're gonna get out of Lundell. All right,
Right.
moving on to 13.
All right. This guy kind of fell on my draft board just because, not because he's bad or anything. And actually, I think he's going to be like one of the best players in the draft. I just don't think he fits the needs as much as these other players do for their respective teams.
Mm-hmm.
I got Cole Perfetti going to the
Wow.
Hurricanes, 13th overall.
I don't think he drops that far. I've heard he went like he's going in top fives for some people's mock drafts.
That's possible. I mean,
No,
again,
it
it's
is. It
based
did,
on
no,
like
it really could happen. Like this draft is completely wide open.
Yep.
Like the top 15 besides like 1 and 2 is like completely unknown. So we have like a general idea, but like everything's just nothing's set. So and at 13, I had Askarov going. So with Askarov, I don't personally know exactly where he's going to go. I just know he's not going past 13. So I just put him at 13. Because like if you think about it, like a team like Colorado, they could get in and take a guy like Askarov. Even a team can drop back too. So I don't know. I think like whether Askarov goes here or there, you really can't say because a team in the 20s could trade up. Like even I wouldn't surprised to see the Sharks trade up, take Askarov. Like you just never know. So with that, let's move on to the second last pick in our mock draft. Who do you got going 14?
You had this guy in the top 10. Honestly, I see him going all the way down to Edmonton 14, Seth Jarvis. I got Seth Jarvis going 14 to Edmonton because Seth Jarvis is exactly what Edmonton needs because they need a winger to play with McDavid and so because McDavid's already the guy that scores the goals.
Isn't
So you need
Jarvis a
someone.
center? Or is he both?
I think he can do both, but yeah, no, he's been known to be like a playmaker, like a highlight reel playmaker. So I think straight up, he's just going to be the guy that they look to play with McDavid
I can see it.
consistently.
So at 14, I had them also taking not a winger. I had them taking a center, Dylan Holloway. Just that like third line center position on Edmonton. I just feel like it's like they don't really have anyone that's gonna step in there. So big centerman Dylan Holloway, he's strong on the puck. I don't know, he'd be a good fit there. I feel like. So moving on to the last pick in our mock draft, who do you have going to the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Just because I don't see this guy going out of the top 15 at all. I got Jack Quinn. Just because, I mean,
Imagine.
Toronto doesn't really need Quinn, but to
No.
be fair, they don't really need a lot of guy. Like on paper, their team's really good. I sincerely don't know the problem with Toronto. Like I don't know why they're not winning. So I think at this point,
Their
if Quinn's
defense.
available, a sick goal scorer, yeah, Jack Quinn's the guy to go. Especially because, like you said, if there's defense, the problem, like the defense is so shallow this year. Like I don't even know what they would do.
Personally, at 15, I had them taking Schneider. I feel like it's a bit of a reach from where he's projected, but I don't know. He's a fit, and I feel like if you're the Leafs, like, what are you gonna get out of drafting a forward? Like, what are you gonna like? Why? Like, you already have a solid top six. Like, you need defense. I feel like they gotta take a defender. I feel like they take Schneider. So that wraps up our mock draft here.